everyone, thanks so much for tuning in to my first YouTube video. Today I will be showing you how I make my pumpkin horchata. So it's a very simple recipe. It's not as hard as people think it would be. The ingredients are very simple. Right here I have 2 cups of rice soaking in 3 cups of water. I'm gonna add 2 cinnamon sticks to this and let it soak for about 1 hour. I will say I've tried the soaking method, and then I've also tried doing it right away without soaking the rice, and I get pretty much the same result. So it is up to you. If you have the time, go ahead and soak it. If you don't, that's totally fine. But right now I'm just gonna add the ingredients into the rice and let it soak. Okay, so while the rice is soaking, I'm gonna put everything else in the blender just to have it ready. First, I'm gonna make sure that the blender is big enough to hold what I'm putting into it. If I were using a smaller blender, I would just do it in parts and then combine it all at the end. Right here, I'm going to add my 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I am using lactose free, that's why it looks a little bit on the darker side. Then I'm gonna add 1 can of media crema, which is table cream. I'm gonna add that with the 4 cloves and the 1 cup of pumpkin puree and wait for the rice to keep soaking. Okay, so to the blender, I'm actually going to add 1 more cup of water just so the consistency is right where I want it. If you like it more on the watery side, go ahead and add 2 cups of water instead of just 1. So now I'm gonna add the rice along with the water and cinnamon sticks onto the blender and blend it at the medium setting, and then I'm gonna double strain it. So once I'm done blending for about 7 minutes, I'm gonna use 2 strainers and put my mixture into a bowl. And then once I'm done straining it, I am going to put that into my desired jar and serve it cold. So once I have cleaned my mess, I'm going to serve it over ice, put a straw in it, and sometimes I would put vanilla extract into the overall mixture. It's completely up to you if you want to do that. I think it adds a really good flavor. This time I did not, but you can do that if you'd like. So now onto the pumpkin banana bread recipe. This recipe is so delicious. I highly recommend you make this, especially right now for the holidays. It's really, really comforting. So the ingredients I put at the beginning of the clip, it's a very easy and forgiving recipe. I'm going to put all my wet ingredients into my mixing bowl and then add the dry ingredients and go from there. when it comes to the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice powder, I'm just adding until my heart tells me to stop. I would say I added about a tablespoon or so, but you're free to add more or less. It's up to you. So once I'm putting my semi-sweet chocolate chips into the mixture, I would typically add almonds or walnuts. I didn't this time because I didn't have any, but it's so good if you add them. Just make sure no one has a nut allergy and you should be fine. It tastes really, really good. So here, I'm just going to add my mixture into the pan. I'm going to tap it a few times to make sure that it's all leveled out. I'm going to add some brown sugar into the mixture. I'm just going to put it on the top and bake it at 350 degrees for about an hour or so. And I'll see you back when I take it out. So once I've taken it out of the oven, I'm being very careful not to burn my hands. I'm going to put it on this cutting board. Before I take it out, I'm going to put a butter knife just on the edges to make sure that it's not sticking. I do recommend you wait maybe 10 to 15 minutes after you've taken it out to cut it because it might sink into the middle. But it is up to you. And it's really good. I recommend you serve this with some coffee, or if you'd like some ice cream on it. It's really, really good. Let me know if you guys make this recipe. It would be super cool if you guys do. You guys can tag me on social media and I can see what you guys made. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my first YouTube video. I look forward to showing you guys more recipes. Let me know if there's anything specific you guys want to see in the comments, and I'll try to make it. See you on my next YouTube video. Bye.